He wasn't supposed to make it. Born in the shadows of London to Jamaican parents with nothing but faith and rhythm, he rose to do the impossible. He didn't just break into the music industry. He broke every rule, blended every genre, and beat America at its own game. But how did a kid from Lewisham become the first British reggae artist to top the US charts, and then quietly build a $10 million empire while raising 7 kids and playing semi-pro football? This isn't just the story of Maxi Priest. This is the rise of a legend you thought you knew. Max Alfred Elliott was born on June 10, 1961, in the vibrant borough of Lewisham, London, to Jamaican parents who carried the rhythms of the Caribbean in their blood and the strength of their heritage in their hearts. His arrival into the world wasn't just the birth of another London boy. It was a quiet beginning of a global musical force destined to blend cultures, bend genres, and blaze a trail for generations of artists to come. Growing up in a house filled with music and movement, young Max Alfred Elliott was surrounded by the sounds of gospel hymns, classic reggae beats, and smooth R&B grooves that danced through the air like family secrets whispered from the soul. The streets of Lewisham echoed with diversity, and within that melting pot, Max Alfred Elliott found not only his voice but his vision. His parents, deeply rooted in their Jamaican culture, made sure their children were raised with discipline, faith, and music, and it was this triad that began to sculpt the future Maxi Priest. He wasn't just a boy with a dream. He was a vessel of rhythms passed down from ancestral lines and shaped by the duality of growing up Black and British. The church choir gave him his first stage, and it was there he learned the power of presence, of harmony, and of delivering emotion with every note. Before the world knew him as Maxi Priest, the young Max Alfred Elliott was already becoming a legend in local circles through his involvement with Saxon Studio International, one of the most influential sound systems in the UK. This was not a mere hobby. It was a rite of passage. Through it, he sharpened his voice, his ear, and his understanding of what truly moves people. Saxon Studio International wasn't just a sound system. It was a cultural institution, and for Max Alfred Elliott, it was a launching pad. In 1990, Maxi Priest exploded onto the global scene with a song that would forever shift his destiny. Close to You didn't just climb the charts, it dominated them. The single soared to the #1 spot on the American Billboard charts, an achievement that very few reggae artists from the United Kingdom could boast. It was a thunderous arrival, a British-born Jamaican son with dreadlocks and smooth vocals, standing toe-to-toe with American pop titans. The world took notice, with the world watching. Maxi Priest followed up his success not with complacency, but with collaborations that pushed his sound even further. He linked arms with heavyweights like Roberta Flack, creating the soul-stirring duet Set the Night to Music, a track that reminded the industry that Maxi Priest was not bound by genre. He was a master of fusion. His song That Girl featuring Shaggy injected vibrant Caribbean energy into the mainstream, while his rendition of Wild World reimagined Cat Stevens' classic through a reggae lens. Beres Hammond, Shabba Ranks, and other legends added their magic to his ever-growing discography. But it was Maxi Priest's ability to adapt, reimagine, and redefine that kept him at the forefront of global music. And the accolades followed as expected. Grammy nominations placed his name alongside legends. He wasn't just being recognized by fans, he was being recognized by the highest circles in music. But to Maxi Priest, success was never about trophies. It was about resonance. It was about making people feel. And make them feel he did. When That Girl dropped in 1996, featuring the unmistakable energy of Shaggy, it became a declaration of everything Maxi Priest stood for: rhythm, romance, and revolution. The music industry witnessed the rebirth of reggae as something more seductive, more global, more emotionally layered, and Maxi Priest was the architect. Roberta Flack, a name already etched in the golden halls of soul and R&B, found in Maxi Priest a partner who could match her vulnerability note for note. Their duet Set the Night to Music wasn't just a song, it was a journey. It was late-night city lights, whisper goodbyes, and hearts laid bare. Few could imagine a reggae artist from Lewisham seamlessly gliding over a ballad like that, but Max Alfred Elliott never played by expectation. He transcended it. At the heart of Max Alfred Elliott's life is Catherine Smith Priest, the woman who walked beside him through crescendos and quiet moments. Their love is not tabloid fodder. It is the unseen rhythm behind his steady rise. In an industry that often chews through relationships and spits out broken headlines, Catherine Smith Priest remained his anchor. Through tours, recordings, late nights, and long flights, she was there, and with her, they raised 7 children, each one a verse in the symphony of their shared life. Maxi Priest is not just a musician. He is a father of 7, a role he holds with a quiet pride that surpasses any chart position. His home, filled with music and memory, laughter and life lessons, has always been his sanctuary. And among his children, 2 names stand out in the public eye: Marvin Elliott and Ryan Elliott. These are not just the sons of reggae legend. They are artists in their own right, echoing the melodies of their father while carving out rhythms of their own. Marvin Elliott and Ryan Elliott were not merely born into music. They were born into a movement. Being the sons of Max Alfred Elliott meant more than carrying a famous last name. It meant being heirs to a rhythm that had changed lives, crossed oceans, and broken cultural boundaries. Yet, neither Marvin nor Ryan sought to ride on the coattails of their father's fame. Instead, they studied it. They respected it. And they each decided to walk their own paths through the jungle of the music industry, armed with a surname that echoed with expectation, and a father who had already walked through fire and come out singing. Marvin Elliott took to music with a smooth confidence, blending the styles he had grown up around, reggae, soul, and modern pop, into a voice that was both new and nostalgic. Ryan Elliott followed closely, proving that the apple didn't fall far from the tree, but had found new soil to bloom in. Together, the Elliott sons didn't simply imitate, they innovated. Their music, like their father's, spoke of life, love, and legacy. And in moments when they shared the stage or a studio with Maxi Priest, it was less performance and more a passing the torch, silent, powerful, and deeply moving. Away from the stage, Max Alfred Elliott's lifestyle tells another story, one grounded in simplicity, passion, and quiet elegance. While many may picture flashing lights and extravagant nights, Maxi Priest's heart belongs to a different kind of thrill. Football, long before the music took him around the world, the game had taken hold of his soul. Football wasn't a casual pastime. It was a second love, a secret sanctuary. His passion led him to play for Southall Football Club, a non-league team that reminded him of everything real. No red carpets, no screaming fans, just a pitch, a ball, and the beautiful game. His time with Southall wasn't about attention. It was about connection, to community, to sport, to discipline. The same focus that fueled his hours in the studio translated to the football field. He played with heart, not headlines. Even as his music played on radio stations across continents, he remained grounded, often showing up for training, as though he were an unsigned amateur still chasing a dream. It's this duality that defines Maxi Priest, the superstar who never forgot how to be a man among men. And yet, the world does not forget greatness. With decades of success behind him and a sound that still fills concert halls and playlists, Maxi Priest has built more than a name. He has built an empire. His net worth, now estimated at $10 million, reflects not just his music, but the strategic moves of a man who understood the value of legacy. His earnings come not only from album sales and performances, but from ventures that remain behind the curtain, quietly stacking the bricks of a musical dynasty. Unlike many artists whose careers fade with time, Max Alfred Elliott remains not just relevant, but radiant. As 2025 approaches, his calendar is once again inked with tour dates spanning the United States and the United Kingdom. The upcoming shows in the United States and the United Kingdom aren't mere gigs. They are gatherings of souls who grew up to the soundtrack of his voice. In the end, the story of Maxi Priest is the story of a boy from Lewisham who listened closely to the music in his home, believed in the power of his voice, and gave the world a sound it didn't know it needed. The music didn't change him. He changed the music, and he's still not done. Which part of Maxi Priest's journey surprised you the most? Was it the football hustle, the Grammy nods, or his sons carrying on his legacy? And do you think his genre-blending style changed reggae forever, or just added a new flavor to it? Tell us in the comments. We're reading every single one. And if stories like this move you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next legend we uncover.